Hello and welcome to the Kosh. I am your host, Timber Smith. And once again, another week, another show, another great guest. I am super excited to be here, Kosh listeners. Thank you very much for, continuing to listen, for the emails, for the shout outs. Just for everything. I appreciate hearing from you. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate what we're trying to do here in the Kosh and connect us with our local area and the cool businesses, people, events, and so forth. We're going to get ready to jump in, and I'm going to introduce our guest. This week's guest is Kyle Behnke. Kyle, how's it going out there?
I'm doing well, Timber. I'm doing great. I appreciate you having me on the show. I'm looking forward to it.
And we are looking forward to it also. Super, super excited. Let's jump in. Hey, so yeah. Kyle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what is your connection to the Kosh?
Yeah. I was born and raised in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Lived there for like 25 years, and then moved on down to the dirty South, the Atlanta, the A. So I'm down here now.
Not the dirty. You know what I'm going to say? There's something that is so cool. The connection right now. Do you know that Ludacris is coming to Oshkosh?
I did. I saw something about that. Yeah.
Let me tell you, can I say how excited I am that Luda is coming to the Kosh? Like, I am too excited about that. So I can't wait. And I'm sure he's going to bring a little dirty South here to the Kosh for us. And that's going to be one heck of a concert.
I'm sure he will. And, every time I hear Luda, I always like to say this, and I think it's funny when people... You think when he walks in a room, he just announces himself as Luda, right? Like when he walks in, like he just yells it every time he walks into a room, like he's Luda.
Right.
Oh, Luda's here. Okay. Hey, what's happening?
Hey, he seems like a really humble, down to earth, low key kind of gentleman. So I would be surprised if he was just not that. Yeah. All right. So What else connects you to the Kosh?
Yeah. So I am married to your niece, so
facts.
I guess we family, right?
It ain't no guess. We family.
Yeah.
We family. That's how that go.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
All right. So we're gonna jump into the first segment here. The first segment is what in the world is going on with. This is where the guest has the opportunity. They start off with the phrase, what in the world is going on with, and they tell us what is going on, what's on their mind. So, Kyle, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I like to do a lot of projects around the house, do a lot of home improvement, as I know you do as well.
Oh,
so
yes, the struggle is real.
Yes, it is. But what in the world is going on with lumber prices, Timber? Because they're crazy. They're really crazy.
Break that down. I don't understand.
Yeah. We had an opening in our master that went to our bathroom that it was floor to ceiling open. So we built a header so we could hang some sliding barn doors on. Went and bought some 2x4s, and they're like $10 a 2x4. Normally they're like $4 or $5. So I mean, everybody's doing home improvement. So lumber prices are crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't call that because I just I'm not gonna lie. I pay people to fix things. So now has the cost of paying people to fix things gone up? Yes. And there's something I just got fixed, and I was actually kind of like, it's a little pricey. I was a little shocked actually about how much it was, but it needed to get done. And I just
gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. It's part of home ownership, so I'm not gonna complain too much. Just a little.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
What in the world is going on with? Hey y'all, Kosh listeners, where's my furniture? Like, I'm serious about that. Like, look, y'all know I've been talking about this furniture for many, many episodes. Like, we are seriously on like episode 28, I believe. And I've taken time off in between, took a month off when I got the new job. But I've been talking to you about this furniture, I think, since about, let me see, I think April. April is what I'm going to call April. And you know, they called us. Now, the furniture people called us, and here's my problem with that. They call us not to tell us that the furniture is coming. They called us to tell us that it ain't coming. And I'm like, what you calling for then? Don't call if it ain't coming. Just call us when it's coming.
Only call with good news, right? Like, don't call me to tell me that.
Look, I ain't mad at them. They got to do their job, and I appreciate them. Shout out to WGNR. Good job. You know, but here's the thing. We've been watching this whole thing going on with the crates out there on the West Coast, sitting in the ocean and whatnot. And so when they called, it was kind of like, yeah, we know. We'd have been more surprised if they'd have been like, "Oh, your furniture is coming." We kind of, you know, we're at this point.
You were expecting it.
We were expecting it. We're kind of at this point, me and the wife, we're like, we might have to go out there and get a raft and try to throw our couch on a raft and pull it off.
Raid the shipping containers.
That's right. Raid these shipping containers. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm sure there's a bunch of us that feel this way.
Yeah, I mean, people here are already panic buying turkeys, so it's crazy.
Wait.
Bruh.
Look, I don't even know what to say about that. Panic buying turkey.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, so y'all trying to tell me that y'all gonna run out of turkey? Is that
maybe? Well, we are because people think we are, right? So they're going to go out and get it, and then we're going to run out.
Oh, that's a struggle.
Yeah, so we bought our turkey already because who knows if they're going to be here.
Oh, well, you know, that hurts my feelings. Hey, people out there, if y'all listening outside of the Kosh land, because you know what I know what we're not going to do in the Kosh? Panic buy turkeys. We're not going to panic. No, look, we're not above panic buying because don't think that the struggle wasn't real when toilet paper did what it did. Because there was people they didn't, you know, my wife was nice enough that she found rolls of toilet paper and would buy some for other people who were struggling to buy it, right?
Yep.
And the TP struggle was real because you can't go
TP
without
struggle
TP.
was real.
Yeah. But we ain't going to struggle buy turkeys. There's just no panic buying turkeys, struggle buying turkeys. It's just not going to happen. Because you know
just
what?
Change your menu.
Yeah. Look.
Try something different.
Chinese.
Yeah, there you go.
Facts. All right. Next segment, word association. This is where I'm going to say some words and you tell me what comes to your mind when we say these words. Okay, first word is food.
Yeah, when I hear food, first thought is pizza, because you can get pizza in any different shape, kind, size, toppings. It's the most versatile food that I think exists on this planet.
Facts. I will agree with you 100%. Pizza is the cure-all for well, you know what pizza does? It is the answer for the couple fight over what to eat.
Yep.
If it's the couples and don't all y'all out there who's coupled up, I don't care who you coupling up with either. It's the same fight. We all have this fight. I don't care who you is, what nationality you are, race, creed, color, religion. Everybody fights about what to eat.
And that can start a war too.
A huge war. We got not a small war. We're talking like I won't talk to you for 3-4 days war. Over whether to go to Burger King or Taco Bell.
You know what? It might get as serious as going and shutting off the water to the toilet and just seeing what happens.
Hey, look, it's serious. It's serious. But you know why I like pizza? Because pizza is the answer. Like, When all those fails and you can't agree on nothing else, you can be like, all right, let's get a pizza. It don't matter if it's the frozen pizza. It don't matter if it's pizza bites, flatbread pizza, period. It's an answer, right?
Yep. And all the different toppings, right? Like, I don't care, the wife wants to get something different. I want to get something different. You can get it cut, half and half. You can get multiple pizzas, Timber.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
Look, I'm a firm believer. I don't care how much it costs. Everybody get a pizza. Just get the pizza that you want, so everybody's happy.
Yep.
If you want that Canadian bacon and pineapple, go and get that. If you want that Thai pizza, get that. If you want the extra spicy ghost pepper pizza, get that. But I tell you what, everybody get what they need just for the sake of peace.
Yep.
I'm about peace.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I'm there for that too.
The struggle is real.
Bro.
All right. Next word, cocktails or beer?
I have to go with beer. Right now, I'm repping Wisconsin, drinking the old Spotted Cow down here.
Who's your plug? How you get Spotted Cow down here?
Oh, the fam always hooks me up. So, whether or not I either mule it back or they send it down, I get it one way or another.
Fair.
So,
that's amazing. That is amazing.
But I gotta go beer. I mean, I got a whole bar area I redid that I got a beer fridge, and it is full of craft beer, all sorts of beer, domestic, Miller Lite, you name it. We got something for everybody.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Yeah. We got a favorite? What's the favorite right now?
Yeah, last weekend it might sound super weird, but I had a cucumber ale. And it sounds weird, but it was super refreshing, and it just hit really good. The weather was nice, and I wanted something easy and nice to drink, so it worked out.
I'm a fan of cucumber flavored products with alcohol. Ever since they came out with the cucumber vodka.
Oof.
Yeah, it was.
I love it.
Look, it was surprisingly refreshing. Like, it was this summery happiness, and then I learned that you put it in other things like a Bloody Mary. A Bloody Mary with a cucumber vodka is like on some different. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so, it's next level.
It is next level. So
yeah,
okay, I get the cucumber ale. All right, I'm gonna have to look for that. Streaming. I love content. I love TV shows, movies, you name it, documentaries. So I just finished up You on Netflix, season 3. Is it as crazy as everybody says it is?
It is. It's really good. Highly recommend.
Okay, that's what everybody has said. All right, I've heard that from multiple people that you need to go ahead and check that out. And believe it or not, my number one resource for what to watch streaming wise is my mom. If my mom said watch it, and is legit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got to go back to my old favorite, The Office. I mean, Kelly and I watch that like nonstop all day, every day. So
it's classic.
It is. It's a comfort show, right? Like you don't know what to throw on. It's like the pizza of streaming. What do you want to watch? I don't know. Office.
That is a really good analogy. I like how you did that. That there is true. It is. Yeah. You know what mine is? Modern Family.
There you go. That's a good one too. I love that one.
Yeah, that's
there's something for everybody there.
It's just hilarious. They stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, it's so good.
Shop local.
Yeah, for me, I'm a big farmers market guy. I was a big farmers market in the Kosh when I was there. I hit up my local farmers market here every Saturday that I can. Shout out to Fat Lady Bakery here in Atlanta. They make some tasty pastries.
You better if you're called Fat Lady.
Mm-hmm. Lots of butter. Lots of butter. So yeah, and we got a place that makes awesome cold brew called Fellow Cafe. So they have a booth as well that I can't. Kelly gets frustrated because I'm like, gotta go to the farmers market every Saturday. Gotta go get my coffee.
Look, farmers markets have hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I agree.
This year's farmers market in the Kosh had the burrito place. This burrito was just ridiculous. And I'm not gonna lie, I was literally going every Saturday morning religiously, like a crackhead looking for this burrito. Like that burrito.
You gotta though.
It was that good. It was just that serious. And then they quit showing up. And like I was just lost. I was sad and I was still going. I went 4 more weeks looking for this burrito place, hoping. And wait,
you're looking like a sad puppy dog, just looking around, like, where's the burrito at?
Wait. I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. I wasn't walking the whole market. I literally would go look for this tent, the burrito tent, and when it wasn't there, I left. Like I wasn't trying to hear it. Like there's egg rolls across from it. There was other yummy things around it. I wasn't trying to hear none of that because you know what? Burrito truck man, bruh.
Where you go?
Yeah, why you do that? Don't do that.
Hey, you can't beat a good burrito.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Facts. Not for breakfast either. That was just
for sure.
Okay. Holidays.
Yeah. Halloween just hit, right? So we carved pumpkins the other night. You know, the little festive deal that we normally do. We always have a couple friends over, and we do a thing around Halloween called Wisconsin Fest because we have a few friends who moved from Wisconsin down here as well. And so we just do everything Wisconsin. We get cheese, we get spotted cow, we make chili with noodles because that's the Wisconsin way, right? And the Midwest way, you gotta put the noodles in the chili, right?
I'm a person. I will not put noodles in the chili. I will eat noodles with chili on top.
Correct. Yeah. So we had them in side portions that you could add if you wanted to, because you never know how people feel about that. It's a touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
Yeah, it is.
As one of my friends told me, at the point in which you put noodles in the chili, it is goulash. That's facts right there. Yeah. So we done moved into another category. That's a goulash. Is a whole nother category of Wisconsin.
Yes, it is.
Okay. What about, are you starting to prep for Thanksgiving? Well, I know you done already bought your turkey, apparently.
Yeah, we're prepping. My family's coming down, both my mom and my dad and my sister and her husband. They're coming down for the weekend. So we're starting to buy up. We bought there's a pie place down here that's super good called Southern Baked Pie. So we went over and bought a couple pies from them, threw them in the freezer for now. Just kind of picking up things here and there, getting ready. Maybe order a few things off Amazon. Surprise the family with we always do weird traditions. So we name our turkeys every year, T names. So this year we got Tucker.
Nice.
Yeah, so we do, little crazy things like that we like to throw in there and make it fun.
That's fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
You said Southern Baked Bakery. Is that what it was called?
Southern Baked Pie. Yeah,
Southern Baked Pie.
They make like pies. They make meat pies. They do a whole bunch of stuff. It's really good.
Okay. So I might have to look into that. Hey, look, you might have to send me a care package back up with your mama and them.
There we go. We can do that.
I'm just saying.
We can make that happen.
I'm not above a Southern Baked Pie. That sounds fantastically yummy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hook you up.
Cool. Tech.
I mean, right now is the smartphone game launch dates, right? Like everybody's coming out with their smartphones now. So you got the iPhone 13 coming out. And then you got Google Pixel 6. So I got my eye on a Google Pixel. I'm an Android lover.
Me too.
Yeah. Yep. It's few and far between nowadays. Not a lot of people out there that love the Android, but
I
I'm
don't
still
know
game
about
for it.
that. I think you should split the game up. See, like I don't think you put all your eggs in one basket. Like you need to know how both technologies, both operating systems work for one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe the Apple iPad is by far the most superior tablet there is. Period. There's nothing even close. Like not even
Correct.
close in that game. But the phone game, there's some phones out there. I'm a Pixel man myself. I'm on my I think I'm on my 4th Pixel, and
Okay.
I like a good the Pixel is done right by me. I think it's a
Mm-hmm.
really quality phone.
I love it. There's a lot of the technology they're doing with cameras and blurring out face. Like you got a blurry face in your photo, they could just swap it with a face that wasn't blurry when you were taking the photo. Like that stuff to me is like you that's worth it. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I want that technology.
Yeah, I'm debating because I'm not gonna lie. So my Pixel, I had a Pixel 4. So I had a Pixel 1 and a Pixel 2. I moved to a 4. My 4 died. Just didn't drop it, didn't do anything. It just died. So then I was like, you know what? I'm not finna drop any more money. So I jumped back and found me a nice refurbished Pixel 3 that was dirty dirt cheap.
There you go.
And so now I'm in the game where, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm going to buy any new phones anymore. I might just be in the refurbished game and buy me a phone that's a couple of years later, just because I don't use my phone like that. Like I love using my tablets more than my phone. My phone is like a true utility use. Like I need it for what I need it for. But
yeah, I mean it's crazy now with even like a model or two back, you can get it for like a couple $100 on Amazon. Marketplace, you name it, right? Like people are looking to get rid of that stuff, and it's perfectly fine, right? Like you don't need anything fancy. Does it make calls? Does it make texts? Can I look up some things on it? Cool.
Right.
That's what I need.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. The tech isn't like there's no huge tech breakthroughs anymore. Not in the phone game at this point in time. So I don't know. Like I can definitely buy something that's a couple of years older. As long as they continue to give it the security updates. And, the one thing we know about the Pixel is Google is good about that.
Yeah. Yeah, they support those phones forever.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Next segment. Kosh Hidden Gems. This is where you tell us something that was like you think is the coolest thing ever that everybody else might not know about or just not truly be thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my hidden gem, every time I come back to the Kosh, I always have to hit, no matter what. That's Wagner's Market down on Main Street. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Wagner's.
God, the beer selection, the meat, random things that you didn't think you wanted to try or need, they got it. I mean, local produce, they just got everything. That's what's up. They're my favorite.
I get love for them. Their brats, them homemade brats, man, bro.
And then 12 or 13 flavors too, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And mixing that Bloody Mary brat. Ooh.
Yeah, my favorite though is the habanero and mango. The habanero mango brat, man, that's fire in more ways than one.
Yeah, I like that.
Bruh.
Yeah, Wagner's is the best. And they always have beer that I can't get anywhere else. And especially one thing you'll learn too is in the South, we're really particular about alcohol. So like it can't be above 14%. You can't buy it on Sundays unless it's like 12:30. Like we got crazy rules on alcohol, but I always bring back beers that are above 14%. Always get them at Wagner's because I got to try it.
Gotta try it. Hey,
Yeah.
Well, you know what you're gonna have to try when you get back is gonna be the new food co-op.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah,
Yeah, the new
that
food
sounds awesome.
co-op. Yeah, they got some things in there. You might need to
Yeah,
check that out. I like it a lot. Um, it's just a fantastic environment, but it's still not Wagner's Market. So you are dealing with two totally different types of settings, but you
sure.
might be surprised what you can find in there.
Okay, yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it. Next time I'm back, I need to swing in there.
Yeah, no doubt. Um, what does the Kosh need?
You know, I struggle with this question because I think the Kosh has a lot. I think like we really have we've grown up, right? Like there's a lot of things that are coming, like the food co-op and breweries popping up here and there. The stadium, hopefully that stays. You know, we got a lot of things. But one thing that I see a lot that I feel like could really bring some interesting things to is like a distillery. Like we
Mm,
don't really like mess with that at all. Like you got to go either down to Milwaukee or like somewhere else. You
yeah,
know,
Door
Stevens
County
Point,
maybe.
yeah, Door County. But the Kosh doesn't. We don't have one. I think that would, you know, not bring a level of education around spirits and cocktails and things that I think would be great for the Kosh community.
Okay. I like that. A
Yeah.
distillery. There's a theme here. No. But here's what I'm gonna say about the distillery. We might have some, they may not be known by most. No, I'm just
I see what you're saying. I see what you're
hey,
saying.
yeah, I'm just saying, it's might have a friend or two. That's all.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
All right. Next segment. The naughty slash heroes corner. This is your opportunity to nominate somebody to the naughty or the heroes corner. It's got to be somebody. It could be an organization. It could be a thing. It could be something. It could be however you want to describe it. So, what are you thinking?
You know, I'm a positive guy. I don't like negativity, so I'm gonna go with the hero, and I'm gonna go Rasal Douglas from the Packers making the interception this week. That man
Oh,
is a hero. Woo! Woohoo! Save the game for us. And I think it's even more karma on the Cardinals that he was, let go a couple weeks ago. So
mm,
I love it.
yes. You liked everything about that, huh?
And I love all the memes too coming out over AJ Green too. Like his controller got disconnected at the end of the game. All that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff because I love sports. So
Hey, so being a Wisconsin slash Packer fan down there in Atlanta, how's that treating you? Well,
it's good actually. There's a lot of people down here that actually like shout out when I wear Packer stuff. I was just at the store on Friday and some dude stopped me and was like, "Go Pack, great win on Thursday," and I was like, "Yep." But then yeah. But then there's also the Falcons fans that, I mean, we historically play like trash against the Falcons for the most part when we're here. And
mm,
I've gone to the NFC Championship game here and a regular season game, and we just do not play well. So I mean, I was in the bathroom, going to the bathroom, and this guy got in my face. I'm like, dude, can we have a level of respect here for, fans where like I can go to the bathroom in peace and you're not going to come over here and talk trash to me? Like,
they
come
ran up
on.
on you in the bathroom, man.
Yep. Yep. Literally, he's
Oh,
like, "Oh, look at you guys down." I'm like, I'm just going to the bathroom, man. I mean,
we can talk
it,
about this after.
yeah. Like
Let
you
me
want
wash my
to,
hands.
yeah. Let me wash my hands before I throw hands.
That's
But
right. That's basically it. No one wants to throw hands with dirty hands.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's etiquette
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
There's a level to the game.
Yeah, for sure. But it's hit or miss. It depends on. I mean, when we make a deep run in the playoffs, a lot of people here are bandwagon fans. I would categorize. They're not like the the green and gold, bleed green and gold people that we have up in Wisconsin. So it's fun. It's definitely fun.
All right, I feel that. Okay, I'm gonna have to say, out of the series of people and things nominated to the Hero slash Naughty Corner, I think this is the first sports one.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you're getting a wide range of stuff.
Oh, we get a wide range. We definitely do. Okay. Well, we're at that time. This is the time where we really we're ready to jump in. We are at the topic of the week.
Yeah.
And this is where our guest picks the topic of the week. And this week's topic of the week, Kyle, I'm gonna let you go on and tell the Kosh listeners what it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's fun to talk about creativity and side hustles, because I think a lot of the time they go in hand for most people, and I think it's a great topic. I know you got a lot of side hustles, you got a lot of things that you like to do, interests and things that you take time and effort to learn about and participate in, and I do as well. And I think it's just a great topic.
Okay, let's jump in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yay! So tell us. Well, you know what? Can I pick which one we start with? Because I'm sure you're going to infuse them both. Because it's close and personal to me. Can we start with the side hustle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right. Tell me, what do you mean?
Yeah. I as a young at a younger age, I always found myself gravitating towards a lot of different things, and I think that when I pick something, I dive 100% into it. So it's not like I'm learning something over here and then jumping and learning something else over here. I like figure it out all the way as far as I can go. And a lot of those things turned into like my career. So when I was younger, I did a lot of things with video. I was a part of our film society in high school, making stupid, dumb videos with my friends on the weekends. And that turned into me pursuing that as a career. Right. And I think when you take time to explore your side hustle or the things you enjoy doing that aren't, the main thing, I think it can open up a lot of different doors and avenues for yourself that you wouldn't normally think about.
What are you so you do video professionally, right? Can you break
Correct.
that? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah. So I went to school for media production, video production, and journalism. And I didn't actually start there. Originally, I was going to be a sports athletic trainer. And then I was going to be a chemist. And then I said, you know what? I enjoy doing video all the time. And so why not try to do this as a career? So I changed my major and then started really diving into all of the things video production. So I graduated and I started doing freelance jobs right away. Right out of college, I was hustling out, meeting people in the community in Oshkosh. I worked with the Women's Fund of Oshkosh, creating a video for their conference that they had the year that I graduated, and really just started like figuring out what I really like to do and what I didn't really like to do in the video area, right? Like, because there's so many different things you can do when it comes to video production or media production. People are like, well, what exactly do you do? So right now I currently work at a sales and marketing company where we work with like top Fortune 500 brands like Ford, HP, Target, and we do training stuff for them. So I'm really in like the corporate space right now, where I'm just creating like corporate training and things like that for individuals. And it just never really like scratched the itch of like what I really like to do, which is, creating videos for smaller to medium sized businesses that really like struggle with their marketing. Because there's a lot of them out there, right? Like you can see all these businesses
Oh, absolutely.
Even in like downtown Oshkosh and things like that, they struggle with how do they get into it? Where do they go from there? Keeping consistency. I mean, there's tons of things that I think people need. They just don't have the education or the help to do it. So,
or the time.
Yeah, or the time. Yeah, that's a big barrier, right?
Right. Well, I've learned this. Even trying to do the podcast is like I like to think of myself as fairly tech savvy, and I love it all. I love everything about doing the different parts of the different things, but I've also learned I'm also not gifted at it all, and I don't know the nuances of it. So as much as I like tech, I can't do all the tech and do it well. So
yeah,
like even somebody is assisting me right now with doing the Instagram for the Kosh. And it's not that I don't know social media, but I didn't know Instagram. And fat shout out to my man Lyle out there. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah. So so having somebody come in and assist, all of a sudden I went from having it wasn't that many people that were following. And then all of a sudden he blew it up in like 4 days. And I was like, man, how did you even do that? And having those people do that and like video, I like video and I can edit a little video, probably just good enough to make a TikTok or something. But
I'm sure Maddie's there to help you with that stuff too,
Are you kidding? You just wait. You're going to find out your children don't help you do nothing. That ain't. Your children come to eat stuff out your refrigerator. That's what they do. That's how that
do some laundry and then leave.
Yeah, that's right. They tell you they at least tell you they love you. At least mine does.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. No, and just because she's busy too, she has the ability, is what she professionally does. But trying to corner her when she gets off work to be like, hey, help Dad make this video. That is, it ain't flying. It ain't flying well anyway.
Yeah, for sure. But I think. And side hustle, I think, is like a generalized huge term. Like, it doesn't necessarily, to me, have to be like something that's going to generate a ton of revenue or like supplement your income. It could be supplementing your mental health or like supplementing your, your work-life balance or your free time, right? Like, it doesn't have to be this big thing where you're out making bags, I mean, you don't need to do that.
It doesn't have to be monetary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get
it's more than that.
Yeah.
And I struggled with that coming out of college and like having a job that I, like people told me what to do and how to do it and what they were looking for. And that was tough, right? Because like I'm a very creative person and I love like doing things the way that I can see them in my head, but can't necessarily communicate them in a way that people would understand. And so, it took a lot of time of like trying new things and figuring out different avenues to express the creativity. I worked with a buddy who had a wedding business and shot and edited wedding videos for a long time and realized that I hated it. Right? Like it's super stressful, and it was supposed to be something that I enjoyed and like and gave me life and joy outside of what I do normally, and it was not that. Brides are not fun to work with a lot of the time.
I was gonna say, man, you know what it sounded like? It sounded like you met a gangster bridezilla that ran up on you, and you was like, "Whoa, I didn't even know it was like that. I'm out of here."
Well, I mean, if you think about it this way, right? Like, they only have one first kiss, and if you're not in the right moment at the right time to capture that moment, like it's gone forever, and they're expecting you to have that moment. And that's a lot of pressure and stress to be able to capture that the way that they see it in their head when they want to watch it back. It's crazy.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
I didn't think about it like that, and I am glad. First of all, I would never go into the business of anything to do with weddings just because I just think it's dangerous. It's not good for your health.
It is not. It is definitely not. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's. I mean, you have the side. I would call it a side hustle, doing the kosh, right? Like, and that's something that you enjoy doing. Meeting, crazy people from all over the state, and learning about things that people enjoy or want to talk about. And I mean, I think that's great, right? Like, everybody's got to find something that's like almost like a stress relieving vice.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I see it.
Okay. So now we're going to cross over and you started to talk a little bit about it, the creative.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Well, where do you want to go with that? You know what? Here's the thing. I don't want to ask a question about the creative because that might hamper the creative. So let's just, I'm just going to let you talk.
You can go in.
No, I'll let you talk about it. Hey, what do you mean?
Yeah. I think everybody, when it comes down to it, has a level of creativity. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh, I'm really good at drawing, or like I enjoy creating videos or a podcast, right? Like, creativity, I think, can express itself like in a lot of different forms. Like, a lot of people do like woodworking or painting, or maybe they enjoy like fitness and walks, or I mean, creativity can express you can express creativity in a lot of different ways. And I think for me, creativity is a lot of what drives me as a person, and like gets me up in the morning, is like trying to do new things and crazy things. Even if Kelly looks at me like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I just want to try it. Let's see what happens. Right. But I would also like to see like what you think creativity, I guess, like plays a role in like your work and what you do professionally, because I'm sure there's a lot that comes with that too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think creativity is, for me professionally, creativity is how you navigate all the different people where they're at. And since I work in the EDI field, the equity, diversity, and inclusion field, and no one's in the same space, right? Like, what I talk to each individual person about is different because they're in a different place. Like, some people are just at the very beginning. Some people don't even get it, don't understand it, don't understand the why. There's others who've been doing the work for themselves for a long time, and that's a strategic. Well, what else do we need to do now? Where do we need to take this conversation next? What are the next initiatives that we need to launch that are best professionally, or for the business, or the organization, or for the community, whatever that looks like. And so the creativity comes into navigating personal spaces, meeting people where they're at to try to move them forward. And every message doesn't work for everyone. So you've got to find the version of the message that will help people move forward, understand, grow, and become an ally in the things that we're trying to do. Which the things we're trying to do in my business is just the betterment of community and society. It's not rocket science. It's really literally that simple, but it's such a complex thing.
I was going to say, it's so hard, right? Like, a lot of the time, I'm sure you get like, where do we start? Like, what do we do? Right. Like, and it's like, it's hard.
Right. And the more importantly is the answers to those questions are very abstract. Yeah. Right. Because where we really have to start is at the place of understanding that we're all more alike than not.
Yeah.
There's basic needs and we all need them. And
we're all human, right?
Right. And a lot of the things that we're choosing to point out as places of division or disagreement, or the places where we become polarized at. Why? When the basic cores of what we all need and want societally are the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ain't that hard. And the things that people choose to use as justification to separate us, disagree with us, polarize us, to other us. It really don't hold a lot of water at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I mean, even in what I do, it's hard to find the right way to represent somebody in it. And when you put something in a video and create something for somebody, it has to be all encompassing of that thing, right? Like it can't just be like part of it. It needs to be all of it. It needs to be all of the aspects of what you do, what you create, what you provide, the community aspect, like all of these different things. And so a lot of people don't understand that it's not just like, oh, you just shot some cool things and smacked it together and it looks great and it's cool and, you know, like whatever. It's a lot more than that. Like I work with a lot of my freelance clients on like understanding what they do, why they do it. You know, the parts of the community that they're trying to serve, like those things. And it's really interesting.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's a thing about, the audiences, you know, because you're not necessarily, I'm sure that you're not necessarily going for everyone, but you are going for a broader swath of individuals. And what does that mean when you're trying to create content for a broad swath of diverse individuals? I mean, in all scenarios, and I'm not even talking culturally diverse. I'm just talking diverse. Like,
it's crazy and can be super overwhelming for people. And I think that's another, you know, leads into what we were just talking about before, is like people don't know where to start or where to go when it comes to, you know, both of what we do video wise and diversity include, like, how do we start? Where do we go? And, you know, it needs to encompass all these things. And it sometimes it doesn't have to, right? Like it can be for some people and it can be for other people. It doesn't have to be for everybody.
I believe, in my case, the work that is done, it has to be done in small bites. And it has to be understood that it's not going to, there's not a one size fits all fix. Matter of fact, there's not a fix. There is a series of things that you have to continually do as a community to be welcoming, to be healthy, to create an environment where you get the best outcomes, whether that's socioeconomically, socially, just period. And so that's kind of where,
that's like a big, where do you know, we're gonna drop off that a little bit because
I'm gonna let that go. I felt like I went off the deep end. I'm gonna bring that back.
I mean, I've always had a lot of things, back to kind of a little bit of the creativity side hustle part of it too. Like I've always like created things when I haven't found something that I'm looking for. So like, for instance, you know, I have a podcast about craft beer and I didn't find a lot of stuff out there that fit what I wanted to hear, listen to, or talk about. So I created it myself. Right. Mm-hmm. And like, same thing goes with like video. Like you don't see a lot of people working with like breweries, because that's my main clientele is breweries, like creating cool things that represent their brand and like their the feel, because everyone's different. They're all like their own small little communities, like at the brewery. Like they have their regulars of people who sit at the same spot every time they come in, and they know the bartenders, and it's like this like cool relationship. And then you have the people who come in and like just want to grab a beer and like hang out and watch a game, and like it's like a weird mix of this like random group of people that all enjoy the same thing. and it doesn't matter what you believe or what you think or who you are. Like when you walk in the door, it's like super comforting to just be there. So it's super cool to see that, like, when you create stuff for them, it reaches like tons of people. There's all different types of people that see it.
Okay, so you said you got a podcast out there. You didn't tell the Kosh listeners though. What's the podcast?
Yeah, I have a podcast about craft beer called Malty Goodness, MaltyGoodness. It's me and a buddy down here in Atlanta. We talk about beer, we drink beer, talk about the different aspects of it. We interview breweries and talk to them about like how they started and where they want to go and that kind of stuff. So it's a cool little thing that we both like doing. Been doing it for like 2.5 years, and it's a ton of fun.
That sounds like a ton of fun. Okay.
Yeah.
When I come visit, I want the hookup.
Oh, I got the hookup.
Yeah,
I mean, I know people all.
buddy.
I know people all over the Atlanta area that we can walk in and they're like, "Hey, what's up, Kyle? You want a beer?" It's like, "Yeah, I do."
You know what?
The answer to the question is always yes.
Yeah. Well, wait. Let me tell you. That's why at the beginning, when it was like, we family, right? Well, yeah, we family.
Family.
Yeah.
Because I want the hookup too.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
I'm like real fam. That's what fam do.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there anything else you would like to add on to creativity or side hustle?
No, I just think, it's a great way for, I think, a lot of people to find an area that they enjoy. And like I said, I think the biggest thing is it doesn't have to be monetary. You don't have to be like a YouTube or TikTok star because you just want to make the cash, right? Like you could just do it because you enjoy doing it, and
That's
it's
true.
something that helps. It could help more people than you think it could. So it's all about doing you and getting out there and having fun with it.
All right. So, Kyle, do you got any fun videos out there? Is there anything sitting out there in that shows the creativity and side hustle of yourself out there in YouTube land or anywhere where the Kosh listeners can see some of your work?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got my current client that I'm working with is Cultivation Brewing. So if you go and check them out on Facebook at Cultivation Brewing, they just posted a video that I created for them, kind of just like on their brewery and like the vibe you're gonna get when you walk in the door. So that's my most recent project. I do a lot of stuff, like I said, with breweries. So shout out to Six Bridges here in Atlanta, Jekyll Brewing here in Atlanta, and Cultivation.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. This is, we're getting ready to start winding down on the show. This is the part where I like to tell everybody, thank you for continuing to listen to the Kosh podcast. We appreciate you. We do, once again, I read every email. Please reach out to us at askthekosh@gmail.com. Once again, that is askthekosh@gmail.com. I read every email. I respond to every email. And we've really been starting to get, there's been a pickup. I think it has to do with my man Lyle and things that he is helping me out with the Instagram. He's not just helping it out; he's running it. I'm not gonna front. It's not like I'm helping anything. He's just doing it. And thank you, Lyle. You the man. You the man of men. But nonetheless, we appreciate it. Please don't hesitate as you've listened to this episode. If you got any questions, if you got any comments, please reach out to us. Once again, that is at askthekosh@gmail.com. Now is time for my favorite part of the show. It is shout out time. I love shout out time. Woo! All right. Kyle, you got some shout outs? You ready?
I do.
All right, let's get it in. Shout outs.
First off, I want to shout out my parents and my sister. and picking the great city of Oshkosh to raise me. I think it is a great community of people, and a great spot to just like find out who you are as a person. There's a lot of different things, a lot of things to offer there. So shout out to them first and foremost, because without them, I would not be who I am today. Shout out to you, Timber, because you are making this podcast for the people, bringing in awesome guests and great topics and great conversation that I think everybody should listen to and deserves to have in the community. Shout out to my wife for being awesome and dealing with my crazy creative aspects of my life, because sometimes it's crazy. And that's really it, man. That's all I got.
Hey, all right. Shout outs to the shout outs. All right, I got a few shout outs this week. I'd like to send a shout out to my man Tarman. Hey, bro, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Love you. Shout out to my man Lyle again and the Fox Valley Comedy, or at Fox Valley Comedy. Lyle, your show was fire. For all those out there who haven't gone to one of these shows through Fox Valley Comedy, you're missing out. I just went to one this last Thursday. Literally, it was fire. So here's the beauty of going into it last Thursday. I went to the comedy show, totally had a great time, sat right in the front. Yes, I got picked on, no problem about that. I'm a black man named Timber. This is gonna happen when you go to a comedy show and they ask you what your name is and you're gonna get picked on. But nonetheless, right after I got done with the comedy show, then the Packers were still playing and I got to see the interception, which was just wound up the night. So the whole night as a whole was fantastic. I'd like to send a shout out to my man Sean. Thank you for being back from Idaho, and I'd like to send a shout out to Joy Vay. Thank you, Joy Vay, for doing the business that you do, breaking into new adventures. Nice work. Yeah.
Shout out.
Oh, one more shout out. Shout out to my friend Sherry for making sure that we had ridiculously fat seats for the comedy show, because that's how we got the front rows.
Yeah, the hookup.
It was a hookup. So, you got to have a hookup every once in a while. I don't take advantage of things. I am more than happy to compensate and pay as should be, but every once in a while it's nice if there's like a little perk added on that. I'm not above a perk.
Yeah, you gotta love them perks.
All right, last thing, we're winding up here, and Kyle, this is where you get to share with the Kosh listeners your parting words of wisdom. So what do you got for us?
I think it goes with our conversation a little bit. Everybody should find their side hustle, no matter what that is. Have no shame with it. If you love it and it's something you love to do or watch or experience, go for it, because it's going to keep you mentally and wholehearted for the rest of your life. So find your side hustle.
All right, that's it. What you think, man? You have a good time? Yeah,
it was awesome, man.
Yeah, it's the Kosh.
I'm glad the second round went well.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
This is the Kosh.